Jack, I have a quick question to ask you because now, it's soon Thanksgiving. How do I, how do you approach cold outreach when, there is a holiday period?
Okay. So, Jeremy, I know you're in Switzerland, so y'all aren't doing Thanksgiving. That's
That's
fine.
right.
So what I can tell you from experience of Thanksgiving dinners is you look around the table and there's still people. And what do people do at the table? Pull out our phones and I I'm not going to say why. I'm not going to pretend I know, but it's a distraction and we're in email, we're on LinkedIn. We're replying on Thanksgiving, man. Like at the table, it happens. Let's kick things off with that picture
That's
in mind.
funny. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I mean, I know like there's still campaigns that get. In fact, not I know you have stats on Sunday emails. Let's start there. Is Sunday a good day to email?
True, we do. I mean, every day people will look at, but it's funny because some day they are more actionable for clicking on links than others, and some day more actionable for replying, and some
Okay,
day, like I think I remember like
don't beat
Saturday
around the
was,
bush. Is Sunday a good day?
I don't remember, I'll have to look at it. But
It
I mean,
is, man. It
there
is.
is an episode for that. All I remember is like Saturday was great for clicking links. As in, like, people
Okay.
don't reply, but they click on links just to check out, right? So it's probably because there's not many things happening on on social media. So it's just like basically try to
Yeah.
entertain themselves, clicking like, oh, what's this thing?
Yes. Yes. So I don't know if you want to throw a timer up there, Jeremy.
Yeah, sure.
While you do that, quickmail.com is the cold email platform that agencies that care about deliverability choose, and salesbread.com is the agency that brings one lead per day. Especially if you have a tricky list to build, or you just want
Mm.
crazy personalization that you'd be proud to send to
Even
prospects,
during Thanksgivings, right?
even during Thanksgiving. Yeah. So I would I keep my campaigns on Thanksgiving, Jeremy. I mean, unless a client like doesn't want
Interesting.
to, and that's fine. But I keep them rolling, man. I really do.
Nice.
I I think like I I get this bittersweet feeling when I see replies come in on Thanksgiving Day, where I'm like, cool. What the hell are you doing, man? Like, you know. But it's
It's a
crazy to
thing.
me how many people reply and how very few people will say things like take a break or you know it I- again, I can't explain it, but like why
Mm.
would we turn them off? That's where I'm coming from.
Right.
Like
It's
if any
something that happens a lot. Like, actually, I remember a few years back already, like, some agency really told us, like, hey, can we pause all our campaigns during, summer or like during, certain holidays around some stuff? And I'm like, sure, you can, but why wouldn't you want to do that? I think some people get offended receiving emails during holidays, but it's like I don't get it. I personally don't get it. I just keep going. But of
keep
course, you're
going.
gonna get less open rates, and you're gonna get less reply rates because the time between when you're sending an email and the reply, the longer it takes, the less chance you have of getting a reply.
Yeah.
But it does happen.
Okay. Right. Now, I think there is a difference, Jeremy, between sending on the Thanksgiving holiday, which is a Thursday, where I think if you look at it, maybe half of the folks are going back to the office on Friday or to some fashion, right? Maybe working from home that day,
Hmm.
compared to like Christmas through New Year's. If, and let's talk about industries, because
Yes,
if you're in
true.
finance, they're not there. They're not there, and they're not there. I'm not talking about Thanksgiving now. I'm talking about Christmas to New Year's.
Hmm.
They're gone. Probably want to pause the finance, banking, credit union style campaigns. And yet, if you're reaching out to SaaS startups, they're working. No?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Or there may be industry that are specifically working. Like I'm thinking like, Halloween or
Oh,
stuff like that. Like,
yeah. Or
some
catering
industry,
businesses.
exactly,
Yeah.
right? But maybe they're too busy. Like maybe that's like the accountant, season. Like sometimes they have, some season
Yeah.
where you can't contact them. Like they're just like,
It's a
super
great point.
hardworking.
Let me throw out another industry for you. We've been talking about putting together a um, like an e-com campaign for, retailers, hard going between Black Friday and Christmas. Like it's
Yeah, that's
just
right.
not appropriate. So now, Jeremy, it's making me backpedal just a little bit where it's like there's some do not cross go industries for these holiday breaks, but most of us in B2B can and should keep them on to your benefit.
Yeah, that's interesting. Just a side note, I mean, we got some time. It's crazy how I see, people during Black Friday fucking up their domain just because they're trying to just
Oh,
crank
right.
up all the volume, just like trying to just like cram as much, thing as they can in as little time possible, and it always backfire. So it's always, yeah.
It's interesting. So, okay, is it fair to say that the days leading up to Black Friday has the highest email traffic of the year? I
I
think
don't
so.
know about that. I don't have stats for that, I can tell.
I'm going to
But I
find
wouldn't
them.
be surprised. I mean, my spam folder definitely grow on those days. It's just like, just look at your spam folder and you'll see like all the ads, for people just trying, to just get you to
Yeah.
buy something that day. Crazy.
Okay. So ChatGPT says Black Friday and Cyber Monday has the highest number of emails sent of the year.
Yeah, maybe
So
hallucination. Can't. I don't know if I can trust those guys.
which ones? Which one?
Well,
Uh,
like it is actually true, but it does make sense, right?
mhm.
It is, um, a period of time where a lot of company was trying to reach out to their
Okay.
consumers.
But so far, 5 minutes in this conversation, we've kind of got to this point where like, okay, as long as you're not in banking or retail, you can send. But we're probably not discussing the important thing about the holiday season. And this is the opportunity to send a very different
That's
kind of
right.
message to the people
That's
you want to
right.
do business with. Tell us, Jeremy.
Hey, this is our Halloween season. Or this is or Thanksgiving season, whatever. Like
Yeah.
there's always an opportunity to just reach out to people like that, right? You can circle back. You'd say, like end of the year, I love it because I just say like, hey, you know, what's your goal for next year, or or like start of the year. Like I really like
Yeah.
those sort of like time because it just like reset and give you an opportunity to just reconnect
There you
in a
go. I
genuine
mean,
way.
yep. And I mean, you could do
Not
things like, you go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking like not all campaigns are evergreen.
Correct. I can think of a few campaigns that I sent around the holidays where it was just to get my foot in the door for Q1, where I'd say something like, hey, I've been watching X, Y, Z. Like I would mention something, and really there was only like a dozen or 2 dozen companies on this list that were on my radar for some good reason. And I'd say, been keeping my eye on this genuinely, compliment, wishing you guys a great holiday season. And like half of the people wrote back like, wow, thank you so much. And then I waited 30 days, mid-January, and it was so much easier to book a meeting with a couple of them just because you kind of had warmed up. So I think the holidays is where you should be thinking about those kinds of entry points. It's
Mm.
really easy to, I mean, like we had someone on our podcast from Dark Roast, Trevor, shout out to our Canadian sales pro. He would do a mailer campaign to some of the marketing departments he wanted to work with during the holidays to say, hey, happy holidays from Dark Roast Design Company. And but it worked. It's just like, and on the back of the mailer it just said like little one liner.
Yep.
Do stuff like
What
that.
what do you think of we are diverging, but it's still cool. What do you think of actually sending like physical, mail for Thanksgiving or Christmas or
Jeremy, I
whatever?
wonder. I I think it would work great at a high volume. I doubt that if I had 10 people I wanted to deliver a letter, I could actually get it in their hands because I'd probably have the wrong address or maybe it wouldn't get open. But
Mm,
perhaps if, let's say you're selling to schools, school districts or something, and there was 1,500 of them in your territory, sending the office a letter would get in the hands of a good chunk of them because they have like a reception area, whatever.
mm,
I think
mm,
it could
mm.
soften the ground, but I've never tried my own direct mail. What about you?
Me neither, actually. Just because internationally it's less easy to do.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, I think it's more or less an excuse, honestly. I don't know. I haven't really tried that.
You should send out quick mail sweaters, quick mail hoodies. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, yes, I should. I agree with that.
That'd be cool.
One thing I did do one time, I did do a video to thanks all my customers at one Christmas. Um,
Wow.
didn't get anywhere really. It took me a shit ton of time, to be
Like
honest.
each one got a
Yeah,
video.
yeah, exactly. And
Wow.
I thought at the end, I thought like, what if I actually spend this time actually creating value for them instead of actually sending a video? And so that's the only time I did that because I felt
Oh,
bad to
like
actually not spend time on quick mail, but spend time on
I know what you
thanking
mean.
them.
So probably you could like sort by the top 10 customers and then be
Right.
like, hey, I got an idea to throw your way, blah, 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 blah. Have a
Yeah,
good holiday.
yeah, that was the thing. Like, hey, thank you for being a customer of Quick Mail. Really
Hmm.
appreciate whatever, whatever, whatever. And so, yeah, like I thought like maybe that time would have been better. But yeah, it's tough to know. What do you think of phoning them? Like giving them a call?
I phone rarely, but when I do, it's always with people that, going back the previous episode, depending when this launches, people that are very much in the bullseye or the black hole of my
Mm,
sales solar system. So uh, people that have matched my ICP and engaged with a bunch of my um, emails or videos or content somewhere on LinkedIn, I, I might pick up the phone, usually on a Friday, usually when I have, a moment of unproductivity. And I'll say like, hey, it's Jack from Salesforce, man. I know you've been seeing some of the, emails and liking some of the stuff. Just wanted to say thanks. And while it wasn't like a holiday focused campaign, it's never backfired. I never get like, hey, screw you, man. Like, like it generally works. And I actually closed some sales doing that cold call, warm call thing.
I like
It's a good
that.
idea.
I like that. It's to me, I know we're coming up to close here. To me, it's always a balance between, would my customer benefit more from me, just staying in touch with them that way, or like, creating a genuine connection with them, or, producing more for them in terms of, releasing a new feature or like,
Yeah, helpful
helpful
material.
information, material, and stuff like that. So it's always been a struggle, but that's just like a personal thing, really, to me, because
Yeah,
I value both things, but I always kind of feel bad when I just prioritize, connecting instead of just like
I
giving
think
them
that's so
values and
underrated.
stuff.
I think that's so underrated,
I
Jeremy.
know.
Like, thinking about what most B2B selling is it's relationship first and deep understanding of their needs second, followed by a good, damn good product. Like if you do it in that order, you typically do well. And so I think that means like that explains why golf is such like a common sport in business or tennis. Like it's
We have to
FaceTime
revisit
does.
that. I'm not sure, like, it depends. Like, if you take the 30 years old, I'm not sure they go to golf. Maybe they do,
I
but
think it's like it's morphed a lot of triathlon stuff. But the point is like there is face to face
true.
stuff that yields to um, business outcomes.
That's a
But
good point.
a good digression and a good place to end
I
a conversation that basically says keep going even during the
I
holidays, right?
exactly. I just hope like everyone. I just hope everyone will just like think about like, hey, what can they actually do to maybe recontact their customers one way or another, or the people who are close to the gravity center, and just reach out to them, whether it's like by
Mm-hmm.
email, by phone, by mail,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, happy end of year to everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And happy Thanksgiving to my American counterparts, and yeah, happy holidays. Thanks for being a watcher, subscriber, listener over the
Yeah, we
years.
appreciate.
Yeah, if you want to say hi, you can reach us at podcast at quickmail.io. We read all of them
That's
and we
right.
writ back to a lot of them too. So
And
we'd
if
love
you
to hear
like the
from you.
episodes, just leave a review. And if you don't like my voice, leave also a review.
A good inside joke and a
Good
good
chat.
place
Good
to end
chat.
it. All
Yeah.
right. Happy holidays, everybody. Thanks, Jeremy.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Bye.
See ya.